Acolyte coming on June 5th. Collider.com is reporting that the next live-action Star Wars series on Disney Plus will drop on June 5th of this year, aligning with a report from a few weeks ago that it had a summer release date. In addition, they reported that the show has a trailer that's also ready to drop. Finally, they reported that composer Michael Abels is on board to score the show. Abels' work can be heard on such films as Jordan Peele's Nope and Us, as well as television programs Pretty Little Liars and Alien v. Farrow. Our own SSWnetwork.com released a story yesterday speculating that the timing of the show's release may lend itself to running an extended preview with The Phantom Menace when it is re-released in theaters on May 3rd, 1 month ahead of the projected drop date of the new series.
All right. First question.
Okay.
Do you know what The Acolyte is?
No, I was going to say this is literally the only one that I am completely clueless on, except for that I do know who that composer is. Like, I'm familiar with that composer's work, but when I saw this, I was like, oh wow, Corey, this is the most out of the loop. That, because, like, dude, I know what, like, I saw a little bit of The Bad Batch and I liked it. Now, I will admit, like, I don't know. I might have seen enough of Order 66 in my life. Maybe. I don't know. That's nothing against the show. I think the show's really good, but I might just be like, I think I might have seen enough of that. But Acolyte, genuinely no idea. But that doesn't mean I'm not excited. And I would love to hear you explain it to me.
Well, here's the thing, and this is where we get to come a little bit alongside each other. I don't fully know what The Acolyte is either. Here, and in the sense of, I mean, of course, I've kept up with it. I know it's a show that's coming. I have not read any of the High Republic books and that part of Star Wars.
It's about High Republic stuff.
It's the tail end of the High Republic. It's set about 100 years before the Phantom Menace, so it's at the end of the High Republic, and it's supposed to be themed essentially as a mystery series, possibly revolving around a master and his apprentice comes back to him, and they're trying to solve some of the stuff that's going on that may or may not point to what we get to in Phantom Menace, which is how did the dark side move into the position that it was that everybody got blindsided.
Okay, well,
and this is Leslie Headland, who did Russian Doll, and so it's got like a mystery sci-fi kind of vibe to it.
100% in. So I haven't read the High Republic books, but I have dabbled in a couple of the comic series, of both of High Republic and Old Republic. Dabbled, like, not read entire series, just like a couple runs that were like suggested to me, whether it be by, like, you know, friends or whatever. And I was a really big fan of I can tell you what I was a fan of. Not that I do not love the Skywalkers and stuff, but I loved that it had nothing to do with any of that. You know what I mean? Like, it took place in a time where nobody was, at least in the stuff that I read, no one was trying to tie anything to Darth Vader or nothing, because, like, it had happened before. You know what I mean? So I'm excited about that. Now, that's not to say that they won't try to shoehorn some stuff in. You know what I'm saying?
Sure. Yeah.
But, like, I do like that. That's cool.
Yeah. Yeah. And I'm excited to get into it because I haven't read any of the High Republic stuff, mostly because there's so much of it and it just feels a little bit overwhelming at this point. Like you, I have kids, I have a wife, I have a job, I have all these things. And I spend a lot of time rewatching stuff that I've watched a million times because it's my ability to zone out at the end of the day, all that stuff that you just talked about. But I think with this, it has the potential to be an entry point for me into the High Republic. It intrigues me because it is, you know, going to be connected to the Phantom Menace, potentially that 100 years before. Lloyd put in the chat, you know, part of the rumor mill is that this might end around the time of Darth Plagueis, which we hear Palpatine, you know, have you heard the story of Darth Plagueis the Wise and all that? So there's some threads that I think are going to pull some people together. The other couple of things I'm excited about is I think this is supposed to have a little bit of like a martial arts bent to it. And I love genre Star Wars. Like,
and that was Lucas's original intent, because he and if you go back and watch any of Kurosawa's movies, you can tell how much Lucas straight up, and I mean this not in a disrespectful way, just straight up stole from him. Like, the Star Wars wipes are from Kurosawa. Like, the Seven Samurais is A New Hope. You know what I mean? So, like,
and he's essentially said that's what he did. And he brought Kurosawa, he brought him to the United States to, you know, come do stuff with him and work with him and all that. But I think the other two exciting things, you know, most of this news story is kind of around the idea that it looks like this series is going to land on Disney Plus June 5th, which is not that far away. And there is
I'm using this month's. Okay, go ahead.
I would say there's a rumor that a trailer has already been cut and is ready. And it's possible that with Phantom Menace returning to the theaters on May 3rd, that maybe that's where we're going to get. Yeah. Ooh, news for Corey.
Dude, that's news so awesome. Because dude, Darth Maul,
25th anniversary.
Boy. I did not know that.
25th anniversary.
It's 25 years. I'm so
Yes,
old.
It was. I know. Welcome to my world. Yes, in fact, the clip, the first time you're ever on Podcast of the Wheels, we still use it in all of our podcast intros, is when you say, Darth Vader was the scariest thing I had ever heard, and this guy looks like the devil talking about Darth Maul. We use that clip all the time. So lots of excitement for Phantom Menace 25 connecting to the Acolyte. We're excited about all that.